Hi, welcome to Game of Thrones. Smart?
And Oblivious. And I obviously will be oblivious today, so.
Yeah, I'm the one who's more knowledgeable on all seasons of Game of Thrones, so...
And I'm the guy that just watches and then turns the TV off and goes and does something else.
So enjoy the video. We'll have some bonus questions, so if you want, leave a comment below to see what your answers would be.
You said blow.
All right, so we're going to do a little recap of episode 1 from season 8, which just aired on Sunday. So let's do a little discussion. Start off where everyone came in, into the north. So basically Daenerys and Jon, Daenerys' army came in kind of like a little flashback to season 1, episode 1, the pilot episode, when Robert Baratheon came in. I think that was pretty cool how they did that. A little different style, but also, you know, something where they kind of flash back to the original, the pilot. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought it was pretty cool how Aries, or whatever the hell her name is, the
Daenerys.
little girl.
Arya.
Arya.
Oblivious.
And how she was actually the one that moved away, out of the way for the little kid to see. Mm-hmm. So it's sort of like a look at how far we've come kind of thing that the screenwriter or the screenplay or whatever did.
Well, that's what she did when the first episode came out, the pilot. She was that little kid that was jumping up on top of wagons and waiting for the king to come in.
Right. And I thought that was pretty cool how they put that in there, and it was like sort of a nice change of pace or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I'll edit that out because of that.
All right, yeah, so after that, we got a lot of interactions during the episode. We had Tyrion and Sansa had a little talk between each other. With them, they used to, well, I don't know if you can consider them married still.
It wasn't consummated.
It wasn't consummated, so they're not married. A little bit of tension, but a little bit of joking between each other. She kind of didn't really want to take what he was saying most of the time, I think. Another interaction we had just a little bit after that was Arya and Jon. We know Arya and Jon, Jon Snow, they had a nice sister-brotherly connection back in season 1. He obviously had affection for her, kind of was like her guard or like protector, but now that she's more grown up, I think he kind of realizes that she's more, can do things on her own. Without really knowing it. I thought that was a pretty good interaction. I know everyone at home was cheering for them to actually have a nice, like, hugging reunion, like some of the other Starks had.
Right. I don't think she was needed a lot of protection. I think she was a lot better than Bran, as far as because when he was shooting the arrow at the target, Bran, and you know, Brendan, he was shooting the arrow at the target and constantly missing, and all of a sudden an arrow went into the freaking middle, and it was Arya. She was like way off to the side, further distance.
Shot her bow.
It's sort of, she's sort of showed that she's not the one that really needs the kind of protection or anything else like that. It was so it's sort of nice way of showcasing her strength at that moment.
Mm-hmm. Sam and Jorah, that one came a little bit later. Sam was down somewhere in like some kind of library area of Winterfell, obviously reading books because that's one big thing that he does. Jorah was accompanied by Daenerys, probably because he wanted to show her who he was and to thank him for helping save Jorah from Grayscale. Obviously, things kind of took a turn for the worse.
Until you said Grayscale, I was going to be like, who the hell's Jorah?
Oh my gosh.
But go ahead, I got you. I'm right there with you. It's a Grayscale guy. All right, go on.
So things kind of took a turn for the worse once they started talking about Sam's family, the Tarleys. Daenerys obviously burned his father, which he was not really cared for at all. But then once he mentioned his brother, when she said that she burned his brother too, that really got him going. I know he kind of had a connection with him, but just knowing that basically your family is all dead except for maybe the mother and sister.
Right. Yeah, I can see where he's coming from, because even if your parents are total assholes, then you still have love for him. I mean, there's still love there. So even if they were treating him like mean and bad and saying bad things about him, somebody goes and kills him, you still love your parents. So yeah, there's gonna be some not deep-seated hate, but some pretty solid hate for her.
I'm just gonna quickly talk about these next two. There's not really much to talk about. Arya and Gendry had just a little discussion between each other. There was kind of like a little flirting going on between those two, just because they have history together. Obviously, Gendry saying "my lady," which she doesn't like, but obviously. But with those two, it was kind of more flirting. Not really much of a big scene. There might be some more to it later on. And then the other interaction.
Now, before you go, I don't see those two together. Is that what you're trying to get at?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't see them together.
Did you see the way she was staring at him?
Yeah, but my thought is, you want to hear my thought right now?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
They want to hear it.
Who I see her with is the Hound.
What? Which comes to my next interaction, the Hound and Arya. I think the Hound kind of seemed like a dick, but that's him, like, personally, and that was his way of showing Arya that he's happy to see her, that she's still alive and doing well. I don't know how Arya took it, but I'm sure hopefully she doesn't want him dead like she originally wanted on her list.
I think there's like a mutual respect.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He was originally on the list. I don't know if she's going to fulfill that list with him.
Yeah, I think maybe
she had so many chances.
So
and she might save his life and do all this stuff. So I don't know what's coming after these next five. I don't know. I'd almost say he's going to be knocked off that list, and she's not going to be a part of it.
In my opinion, I think her kill list, she'll get one more person.
Nope.
That's it. She's only going to get one, because I believe there's 3 more on her list, but she's only going to get one of them.
Two guaranteed.
Okay, if you say so.
All right. Who's your one on the list? Is that part of our thing?
Cersei.
Actually, that's. I think one. I think that one definitely.
Yeah.
But so, you got one more point, or is that it? That's
the last one, which is more major, was Jaime and Bran, and I just want to quickly talk about. It's just basically when they saw each other at the end. Like, obviously, we all know Jaime pushed Bran out the window, so there's like his face was just priceless seeing him, and he's like, "Oh crap, I might die."
Does he remember that though?
Who, Bran?
Yeah.
Or he sees everything.
That's true. I didn't know if he fell and hit his head or something.
He sees everything.
But I guess he sees everything. Yeah.
So when Jon and Daenerys flew off onto that little waterfall, Bran saw everything.
So hold it. He can go back to that moment and see them.
Oh, I'm sure he
up
saw
in that tower.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Be replaying that daily. All right. Anyway,
so next thing we have is the Golden Company showing up on Euron's boats. Those are the.
You said urine.
This is serious. So they showed up on Euron's boats, going to King's Landing. Obviously, Cersei was purchasing them from the Bravos, coming over. I don't know what they're going to be really good for. I know there's 20,000 men that are going to protect the King's Landing for her, but I don't know. I think there's more. We'll discuss an extra topic after about what I think will happen to them. But yeah, they show up. Cersei talks with Euron, gives in, lays with Euron, if I should say. But the one thing I wanted to talk about, if no one knows about this, but their discussion after she laid with him, basically he wants to put a prince or princess, whatever, in her belly.
That's not really where a baby goes.
Yeah. He leaves, and then she has this moment of kind of sorrow. If none of you remember from season 7, but there's an episode where Jaime comes back from when Daenerys pretty much torches everyone and the wagons, and he comes back dirty. There's a moment when he's walking down the hallway, and Qyburn came out of the room and wanted to tell him something, but he just kept walking. I think at that moment she lost the baby that she had with Jaime. So I think things are now trying to catch up with her, and when Euron said that, that kind of threw her off and said, I lost my baby. Do I really want to have a baby with this guy?
Right.
Or can I even have another baby any point. So I think that's something that wasn't mentioned at all because no one said anything, but behind the scenes more mystery than anything. After that, we got Bronn is given a task from...
Who the fuck's Bronn?
Bronn is the 3 girls that were laying with him. The naked girls. The only naked scene in all of episode 1.
Oh, okay, that the sword wielding dude.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
The one that got the bow.
The who?
The one that got the bow.
Okay.
He gave, so I'm trying, Qyburn. I
Okay.
don't know why I forgot Qyburn.
Yeah,
Okay.
what the fuck did they get the bow for? To
So,
kill,
I'm
that bow killed
Tywin.
Tywin from the little
Tyrion.
midget.
Tyrion.
Okay, midget, okay.
I wish we have that on camera. The little midget.
That's, I don't know what the fuck his name was.
Yeah, so, okay. Here we go.
Well, what do you mean, here we go? That was going in.
I gotta keep going. So, yeah, Bronn is given a task by Qyburn from Cersei to kill both Tyrion and Jaime. So he was given the bow that Tyrion killed Tywin with. I thought that was another callback to season 5. Yeah, season 5 is when Tyrion killed Tywin.
And with the same freaking bow, it's going to happen to.
See, I don't know. I don't know if Bronn is actually going to go with the orders. I don't know if he's going to kill Tywin or Tyrion and Jaime.
I don't think he's going to. He's not going to be able to do it with Jaime, because Jaime was going to be freaking way out killing freaking whites and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think if anybody, the little dude is going to be doing nothing, kind of like giving orders and making sure everything's. And he's going to be the one that's more susceptible and be able to kill.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, but I don't think it's going to be at the. It's going to be. I don't know when. Do you know when the battle is going to be? What episode?
Episode 3.
It's episode 3.
Battle of Winterfell.
So then we got 3 episodes after that. A lot has to happen after that. So I think a lot of people are going to die with the battle to begin with, just in that episode, and I think a lot of the other climactic deaths are going to happen in season 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
They're going to have a little more story with them. Yeah. What did I say?
Season 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Episode 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, I got you.
So they're going to give a little more screen time to those deaths rather than just have them happen inside a 12-minute war scene, which is going to be freaking cool.
Yeah.
One of the largest climactic war scenes ever.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be the
filmed.
longest running one ever, which will be awesome. So then we got, after that, we have Jon and Daenerys riding the dragons. Jon obviously riding Rhaegal, the other dragon besides Drogon. Nice little callback to his actual father, Rhaegar Targaryen. Rhaegal was named after Rhaegar, so it was nice that he rode him. Not to be weird or anything like that, but they have a nice little moment landing off on the waterfall. Kind of like a little moment back again with Jon and Ygritte when they said they would stay in the cave forever. She makes a mention of we could stay here for 1,000 years and no one will ever find us. Another callback to Jon and Ygritte, so I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if like Jon realized that or not when she said it, but everyone else at home was like, "Oh my God, like you should actually stay in there instead of Ygritte and Jon, where they're like, we could stay here forever. No, we got to go back." And guess what happened? She died.
Yeah, she died.
You have anything on that?
Well, it's sort of before this all happened, I thought that the 3 riders, even after the one dragon was killed and turned into a white, as you per se.
Yeah.
I thought the little guy was going to be riding one of them. Mm-hmm. Jon was going to ride another one, and Dany was going to be riding another one. So I thought maybe that Jon was going to ride the dead one.
Viserion.
Okay. And just because I think he is going to kill the white, the Night King, and when he kills the Night King, he's going to instantly become the Night King and control everything. So that would mean he would control. I don't think all the whites are going to die from that point in time. And I think to kill, here's a. Let's jump into this shit.
Here we go, going off script.
Off script, way off script.
Way off script.
To kill the Night King, I think the way you can do it is you just can't kill the Night King, because that guy gave him his 99 sons to the Night King, and the Night King turned each and every single one of them by himself. Okay. So when he turned it, and you always see that picture of the baby with the blue eyes. Yeah. I think that's the Night King turning and putting a bit of himself into each baby.
Okay.
So if you kill the Night King, he jumps into the other 99 people. You can never kill the Night King because he's got 99 of himself.
Okay.
So you have to do it in reverse. You have to kill the 99 and then kill the Night King.
I don't know. That's just too much.
What do you mean?
I don't think there's 99 of the night, because there's whites.
They've only shown 13 or 12.
So there's a difference between whites and White Walkers.
Right.
So the White Walkers are what you were talking about.
99.
There's not 99 of them.
99?
There's not 99.
They show up to as much as like 12 on screen at one time. But in the story, that dude, what's that fat kid's name? That's Sam's wife or girlfriend. Gilly. All right. Gilly, her dad or whoever was raping her, was giving those kids, and he
Crasher.
That guy, and he gave 99 babies to him supposedly.
Well, that's who Gilly's son is. It's one of Crasher's sons.
Would have been.
Yeah.
He would have been the 100th one, or something like that. I don't know if I'm right, but. Put it in the comments if I'm wrong.
I'll say it's a theory. I think there could be more off of that.
I thought they mentioned it at some point in time. It was like 99, but it's sort of funny that every time that they show pictures and stuff like that, and even on the screen, they show only like 12 White Walkers behind him.
Yeah, there's something like 4 to 12.
And there's 3 dead already. Jon Snow killed 2, and the fat kid killed 1 in the back.
And I can't think of her name. Mira Reed also killed 1 when they were in the cave with the Children of the Forest. She threw a dragon glass spear at one of the White Walkers, and he shattered. So
there's 4 gone?
There should be 4 gone,
okay,
I believe.
So there's 4 gone. So you're looking at 95. Ooh. So, but here's the thing: is you can kill. They have. I saw some of the weapons that they're making with all this dragon glass on it, and a lot of the dragon glass is being thrown. I'm sure the White Walkers aren't going to be running into battle. They're going to send all the frickin' the white dudes.
Yeah.
The white.
The whites.
Yeah, the whites, and those are the guys going to be. But once things get going, Timerian steel. What the hell is that? Valerian steel. There you go. Those people with those swords are actually going to have to go in and start killing those White Walkers then, and then once they get those down to like maybe 12 or 10 or something like that, then they can actually figure out that. Kill those 10 and then kill him. Because you might see him jump. That's my clue. Is if you kill the Night King, all of a sudden there's a freaking Night King again. And I think it's going to be like, what? Because I saw something today, and Sam said something he was on the island. Remember they were stuck on the island? They were in a.
What is this episode of Lost?
Remember they were stuck. They were stuck
on an island.
They were stuck on the island, surrounded by whites.
yeah. Okay? It wasn't an island.
And the wildling dude, the head of the wildlings,
Tormund.
That guy. He pointed. He says, "You want to win this war," and he pointed it.
Oh, that wasn't the wildling. That was Beric Dondarrion. He said that he's the one that you need to kill.
Okay, and then what did Sam say? You have no idea.
Sam wasn't there.
Sam was there on the island.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't. I'll tell you.
Who was on the island?
Beric Dondarrion, the Hound, Thoros of Myr, Jon, Jorah.
It wasn't really an island. It was just a sandbar in the middle of a lake. And they were surrounded by whites.
It was a lake, and the lake started to break because all the whites were. Right. So it wasn't an
Jon
island.
Wasn't there?
Yeah, Jon was there.
That's what I'm talking about. He said that to Jon.
You said Sam.
Oh, yeah, Sam.
You're so stupid.
Sam, Jon. But he talked to Jon. He says, that's who you need to kill. And then Jon said, you have no idea. That's all he said. And then boom, they went to another thing. Meaning you just can't kill. You just can't walk up and kill him. You have no idea, because if you kill him, he jumps to another body and they just keep going on from there. That's just a theory. Go ahead.
So we're going to move on, but if you'd like to comment below of how stupid this guy is, please feel free. So next thing we come to is Sansa and Jon talking in one of the rooms in Winterfell. Basically, from what I took from it, it was more politics than anything. Them arguing about him not being king anymore, that he'd bend the knee, this and that, betraying the North, blah, blah, blah. politics. Not a big fan, but what do you have anything you thought about that scene? There wasn't really much to
it wasn't much
say much.
I understand, but it's two viewpoints. So it's like she wasn't there at that point in time, so that's why he's just sort of like blowing her off kind of thing. But it's I don't know if that interaction is going to fester a little bit and come back and make sense a little bit later. So I don't know. We'll see. So I don't even know why they had that in there. He saved a lot of freaking people by bending the knee. So I don't understand. And so,
well, here we go. We got our first bonus topic, or bonus question, I should say. So at the end, Sansa asked Jon a question. She says that bending the knee to save the North, or she said, did he bend the knee to save the North or because he loves Daenerys? And he didn't answer. They kind of cut the scene and it went off from there. So bonus question is, what was his answer to that? Because obviously they wouldn't just leave that. Like, you wouldn't just have Sansa say, did you do it for the North or you do it because you love her? And he didn't answer. Like, obviously he had to answer. So what do we think the answer would be?
I think the answer is at a certain point, he was bending the knee to basically save his people. I think that's the kind of person King John is. If it's going to save, if I'm going to give up my crown to save all of my people, does that mean he doesn't love her or didn't love her at that time? Yeah. I don't think he was in that mindset, maybe, or maybe half and half. Like, well, sure, I love you, but here's, I have to bend the knee to save my people, and I love you. So it's like, I'm going to get some nookie later.
I think it could be both, because I know last season Jorah and Jon kind of spoke and was like, when Jon was about to give Jorah back his sword, he said, no, you keep it for you and your children in the future. And I think that kind of hit Jon at that moment to say, I don't have anyone to have children with. So I think time kind of went on and he kind of started feeling feelings for Daenerys. And so I think it's a little bit of that and a little bit of saving his people. So
I think there's some foreshadowing that Daenerys isn't going to have any kids either.
Oh, she might.
Because how many times did she say, I think 2 or 3 times, she made mention to the dragons or her children that I'm not going to have children. The dragons are my children.
Well, the witch back in season 2 or season 1 told her that she could not have children because she made that sacrifice.
There's one
of her one child that she did have.
Right, and then she actually said it herself that she can't have children. So she might not think because this lady told her, and she's just believing that, and she's telling everybody else, and all of a sudden she is fertile. So you never know.
So next topic we have Jon and Sam talking.
Time out. It doesn't matter because I don't think she's going to live through the. Anyways.
No. Well, actually, I have a theory on that, but we'll talk about it some other time. So Jon and Sam talk. Sam mentions to Jon about who his true parents are.
Isn't Sam and Jon the same guy?
No. Gosh.
I thought they were.
I'm being serious. Comment below how stupid this guy is. No, they talk. He explains who his parents are. Jon kind of gives him a little like shrug, like, I don't know if I can believe you, even though he said Bran saw it too, which I don't know how they all believe him. Like, they all kind of just brush Bran off to the side when they say, oh, Bran saw it in his vision. How are they supposed to believe him? They haven't seen him for years, and they're like, oh, we believe Bran. Oh, he's a 3-eyed raven? I don't know what that is, but I'll believe him. What?
Yeah.
Like,
you have to go through some experiences before you...
Yeah. It's like, oh, welcome back.
Hey, guess what, Jerry?
What?
I can see in the future.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm a 3-eyed raven. See, you don't believe me?
So what's going to happen?
Nothing, because you don't believe me.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Well, I believe you. I'm going to beat your ass in ping pong next time.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Watch for more videos on that. We all knew about his parents for years now, so there's no really big surprise. It's just how they reacted to the news.
Oh,
about Jon's parents, like Lyanna and Rhaegar. Yeah.
Okay.
Like us, we all knew about it.
Right.
We knew about R+L=J for years now.
Right.
We just never had the clarity to get
But we've known it, but a lot of people in the show, like per se.
Yeah, people in the show have no idea.
Yeah.
The only people that know about John's parents now is Bran, John, and Sam.
Right. No.
Possibly others. I feel like Varys might know because he's just.
What about that Citadel dude? Didn't he know? Who told?
Okay.
Who told Sam to tell?
Sam found out in a book.
I know, but who told? In this episode, somebody said you better tell him.
Yeah, Bran.
Brandon? Okay.
Bran was the one who said you need to tell him because
I thought it was an old guy.
No, Bran was the one who told Sam you need to tell him. It's you have to tell him. Towards the end of the episode, we have Tormund and his crew, I guess you can say, going to Last Hearth, trying to scoping out what's going on there. They find out there's a lot of blood, but there's no bodies. I figured they knew what was going on. The White Walkers now made it through. Remember, they came down from the wall because Eastwatch was pretty much broken down, and they find the Night's Watch there. They came down as well. I'm sure because I'm pretty sure they would have to feel the wall coming down as well from all the way.
Oh God, yeah.
East of Eastwatch or west of Eastwatch. I don't know what direction is which, but they came down, they checked it out, and then they found the boy from earlier in the episode, the Umber boy. Was staked onto the wall with the
octopus.
Octopus.
I called him the octopus boy.
Well, that's the symbol for the Night King.
The octopus?
Yeah, the octopus. You got the body in the middle, and then you got the little curves. That's the Night King's symbol because you see it all throughout the seasons. You see the tree. With all the stones around it.
You actually saw it in season. I mean, it was an opening freaking scene.
Well,
when you first started watching,
yeah,
they killed those people. And then they looked over the thing, and it's like, oh my God! He made the sig, and then he jumped down and talked to the other guy, and they came back, and they're all gone.
Yeah.
So
take from that one. I freaked out when I should have known the kid was gonna.
I jumped when he
when he started screaming. I was like, whoa, geez, that shook me a little bit. But I kind of knew he was gonna be a white. Just because he was dead and the Night King came through. So, yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool scene. Kind of shows that the Night King and his army is really close because Last Hearth is not that far from Winterfell. If you remember from the intro when they showed how they show everything from the wall all the way through, you can see Last Hearth and then there's that path straight to Winterfell. So they're going to be there pretty soon.
Yeah, I think if they come through the wall. Oh, did you? me and Brianna said something right away. Did you notice anything?
From what?
When they broke through the wall, they had an overhead view of everybody breaking through the wall. Did you notice something?
Oh, the Stark symbol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Me and Brianna were like, I bet you he didn't even see that. I bet you he didn't even see that. We noticed that right away.
Yeah, you don't see it right away, but then the last scene when you see all the whites and all them walk through, it's like the direwolf sigil. That's what it was.
Yeah, because Night King's a Stark.
Yeah. Everyone knows that.
All right. Even Oblivious knows it. Anyways.
And then we have Jaime finally arriving in Winterfell. When I watched it, I thought it was the Red Woman, but at last second I was like, it's got to be Jaime. I think he didn't really want to be seen by many when he was walking in, just because everyone recognizes the Kingslayer, even though he has changed over the years. He's older.
Some dude, get out of the way, you old pheasant or old peasant.
But no, Jaime shows up, and then Bran is there awkwardly as usual from the whole episode, just staring at him. And Jaime then realizes that it is Bran Stark, the one that he pushed out, and doesn't know what's going to happen.
That's pretty cool. Is that the way it ended, or?
Yeah, this guy doesn't know anything. Yeah, that's the way it ended, on a cliffhanger of just him staring at Bran, and then it just
their eyes locked. And...
Oh yeah, Bran with his awkward just stare. No.
No.
All right, so that is the recap for episode 1. We're going to go into our topic discussions that we both have. With these, feel free to comment below what you think about our topics. They're more, it's more of a freestyle, things that we think of as a theory. If you think it's true or if you have your own opinion, leave a comment below. But our next topic will be what are in the catacombs in the crypts, which are below Winterfell. I think this one you or
Yeah.
wanted to discuss more about.
Well, we know basically what they are. They're the ancestors of the Starks, but also there's rumors that in part of the park that had fallen down and that they can't even get to, that Nisa is being held down there with an iron sword across her lap or whatever, and she's basically
Who is this?
Nisa.
Okay, yeah, if you say so. I've never heard of that name before.
You didn't?
I know Game of Thrones, and I never heard of that name.
It was the.
This might be a book material thing, but
Yeah. It's
Okay,
some little bit here and there.
Okay, which
So,
is possible it could show up in the show.
It was the what was that? The Lord of Light or whatever they had, the Ola Lighta guy. What was that guy? What was the Sam or John is supposed to be the Lightbringer? He's a
Azor Ahai.
Azor Ahai. Azor Ahai killed his wife by stabbing Nisa. Nisa was his wife.
Okay, yeah.
Is she a White Walker?
I don't think so.
I don't know. There's a White Walker supposed to be down there. I don't know. I can't
You mean
remember.
there's a dead body down there that could be resurrected as a white?
No, there's a White Walker.
Just down there?
Down there, captive,
Stuck.
and they know it, and that's why there's so many levels of those catacombs. And I think that's one part of the reason is the Night King has a few reasons. One of the reasons he wants to go get his wife, because she's still there and can still be with him. So he's going to Winterfell because he knows she's in there.
So you think the Night King...
Because the Night King can also go into the tree web or whatever that is that Bran can go into. He can see the future.
Weirwood tree.
He can see the future, the past, everything. So he knows she's down there. Okay. He's supposed to be going there to kill somebody, which could probably be Jon Snow because he doesn't want them to be the Aurora High.
Azor Ahai.
And he also wants to get his wife, who is being held captive now.
That's a logical theory. That's something that could possibly...
Because those that was built before Winterfell was built. Those catacombs were built, and then Winterfell was built on
Winterfell
it.
was built on top of what was left behind right there. So yeah, that is true. I think that's a logical theory.
I don't think he's going there necessarily to kill somebody. I think it's a 50-50 thing. He wants to kill somebody. He's got dual motives. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah. I have different opinions. I have my topic that might change that theory of yours, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, what you guys think of his theory, comment below. We like to see what you guys think. Again, logical, like that kind of makes sense once you start thinking about it, and because we don't know what the Night King's intentions are.
Right.
Like, we all think that he's the big evil, that he wants to kill everyone, but do we really think he wants to do that? Like, there's possibility that he does have a wife there and he wants to go get her.
Right. He was made by the children of the corn, whatever the children of the forest to kill man. So it's not out of the realm to go into Winterfell and to kill somebody. I mean,
well, that's what the children of the forest wanted to do. They made the Night King so that they can kill the humans.
Right.
But then the children found out that the Night King was getting too powerful, and then they kind of backtracked and said, we need the humans to take care of the Night King. And then that's when Bran the Builder came, and they helped Bran build the wall, because it's a magical wall that keeps them out.
And where are the children of the forest?
They're all dead.
Are you sure about that?
They're all extinct.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am sure. That last...
Weren't they in the cave?
Yeah, they were in the cave, and then
stuck in the
last one sacrificed herself to kill off all the whites, while Bran, Mira, and Hodor hold the door episode. If you don't know, that's when they got out and ran. Hodor.
Put in the comments who thinks that you're going to see some children of the forest in the next couple of 5 episodes.
They're not going to be resurrected.
I'm not saying resurrected. I think they're still out there. They're going to play some kind of part.
All right, if you think so. So, second discussion that we're going to have, we have this from Dave as well. Who will wield Heartsbane, the sword from the Tarly family? We do know that Sam has a sword right now, but obviously Sam is not the sword person per se.
No,
not at all. Especially with that heavy thing. That thing is huge.
Right.
My favorite sword. So, But have any theories of who
Yeah,
might?
I have a theory of who I think is going to wield it, and it's different from who I'd like it to be wielded by. I'd love it to be by the Hound. I mean, that son of a bitch throwing that sword around.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's incredible. But otherwise, it's the black scale dude. I think he's going to get it.
Grayscale.
Grayscale.
Jorah.
He's going to get it just because I don't think Sam even knows the freaking Hound. He's never done anything with the Hound. He's not just going to go, here's my dad's, where he should, because that's, I mean, but still, Jorah is still a great swordsman. I think he was part of the, what the hell, Gold Army?
Golden Company?
Golden Company?
No, he wasn't part of the Golden Company.
I think he was part of the Gold. Put in the comments down here. Oblivious thinks he was part of the Golden Company, which is a mercenary company. It was a short time.
And
Bravos. And actually, Delirious, the Demarius or whatever. Daenerys actually makes a comment about him being in that.
If you say so.
Okay. Put in the comments.
I'll believe you.
See if I'm right.
I'll believe you.
Help me out.
Okay.
And then Jerry will look in there.
Oblivious over here.
Smart ass.
Smart.
Oh, smart. So that's who I think will wield it, which is fine because he's. The only reason I don't want him to wield it is he's just a little older, and maybe just a little less strong. But you never know.
More experience.
More experience. But you never. I still think he's going to do a hell of a lot of damage just because of his expertise with the swords. But I'd like to see the Hound have it. But like I said, I don't think the connection there with Sam and the Hound are not there. So. But does the Hound have Valyrian steel?
No. He has dragonglass. He was just handed
like an
axe of dragonglass from
I'd rather see him with
Gendry.
Valyrian steel.
Yeah.
We got 20 swords, 20 Valyrian swords coming to Winterfell.
So I'm gonna go with you. I think Jorah will wield the sword. Right. I think just because of that interaction that Sam and Jorah have, that they have the connection where Sam will just say, "Hey, you're the one that I trust the most with this sword. It's been in our family for hundreds and hundreds of years. I want you to have it."
No, I don't think he's going to give it to him.
You don't think Sam?
I don't think
Sam is going to.
I don't think he's going to hand over a Valyrian sword that's been in his family for 500 years and to just give it to him.
Why? Why not?
It's going to be to use. I think.
Well, to be used. He can't keep it forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I thought. That's what I thought you were going to say.
No, I'm saying that he's going to give it to him to use for the war to come.
Borrow,
whatever. It's I don't know, but I believe it's going to be Jorah. My other theory or thinking would be that they would melt that sword down because that thing is huge and you can use it.
It's a two-handed sword.
You can make two swords out of it, just like Tywin did with Ned Stark's sword. That thing was huge. It was ice. I think ice was the name of the sword, and he melted it down. I remember Tywin said there's 3 blacksmiths in Westeros or Bravos or whatever that know how to make Valyrian steel.
I think there's 2.
2.
One is what's his face?
Gendry. Gendry doesn't know how to.
Gendry was
he was a blacksmith.
In
King's Landing.
And was taught by the older guy. What's the older? There's much older, and he was with that guy for.
Well, yeah,
that
guy is no importance at all.
But he's the one that originally.
They were just making swords for the Lannister army. They were making swords for the Lannister army.
Gendry actually was an apprentice for the guy that originally knew how to do the metal smithing.
Okay.
And it doesn't say in there that he was taught that, but he spent time with that guy. So hopefully, that Gendry has the knowledge from being with the guy that originally split that sword in half and made 2. So maybe he hopefully learned that. And it's not something that's guaranteed that's said in the show. But he did spend time with him, and hopefully that information was passed down to him. So Gendry would be the guy to do it.
So I said Jorah would be the one. My opinion would be either they melt it down or a long shot, the Mountain would wield Heartsbane, because that thing is so huge The only big person besides the Hound would be the Mountain that would wield that sword, because the Mountain used to have a huge
Mountain's
sword.
not even going to the war.
But he'll be there.
No, he's not.
Well,
he's going to be back guarding Cersei.
my next topic.
He don't leave Cersei's side.
So we'll end on that because that's going to bring me to my next topic.
Even with 20,000 gold freaking guys guarding her. Ain't happening. He's not leaving her.
So next topic will be what the Army of the Dead and the Night King's plan is going into the big battle, which will be, believe, episode 3, which will be Battle of Winterfell, as you can say. I have a theory on this that might come true, who knows, but my thinking is that just like all the other wars in the past from Westeros, when Robb Stark, he would send half his army into battle and the other half would go capture Jaime Lannister, doing a little like
covert ops.
Yeah, covert ops. The Night King might have that knowledge and might send half his army to Winterfell while him on a dragon goes straight to King's Landing. I think he might do that because there might be more bigger intentions than maybe finding his wife or whatever.
Right.
He might have intentions of just killing the throne and ending all of it, because he might have been a person back in the day, because he was a human at one point. He might have been pushed out of society because he did something wrong.
Castricized.
Yeah, castricized. So I'm thinking that he might send half the army to Winterfell, and then him and maybe some others with the dragon will go to King's Landing, which in part the Golden Company would have to protect King's Landing and the Mountain, which
isn't King's Landing way the hell south though?
Well, if you think about it, I believe
that's a pretty good trek to go all the way back, and then especially when all these people are walking.
Well,
you got all these whites walking.
I
Don't
believe
touch my wall.
I believe if you had, I think Winterfell is like around here, and then King's Landing is straight,
Right.
like down.
Right.
Which from the wall, from Eastwatch, you can easily take that, because it's mostly water over here. You can easily fly over the water going towards King's Landing.
Fly, but yeah, I'm talking about walking. So if he flew with the dragon,
Yeah.
I'm not saying go with the whites.
This might be another how Daenerys flew in with the dragon and blew up all the Lannister stuff. Like, no one expected that.
Right.
They all thought that she was on Dragonstone. So maybe the Night King might take Viserion, his dragon, and fly straight to King's Landing. They always talked to Daenerys and said that she could go to King's Landing now and blow everything up and it would be hers. But she doesn't want to burn innocent people.
Right.
Night King might not care. He can take the dragon
That's
and
what
kill.
that's what he's there for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's there to burn people.
So that's my theory. What the plan of attack would be for the Army of Dead.
Why isn't he doing? What's he doing right now? Is the dragon just flying in circles above all everybody that's walking?
Well, that's
half a mile. Do something with it.
That's what doesn't make sense, is that the Army of Dead doesn't walk that fast.
Right.
And he's on a dragon that can flap 3 times and he'd be at a different city or town.
Right. Well, maybe with the story coming, it'll show something.
So that's my thinking. My thinking is that either he's flying around waiting to land in Winterfell, because he could have been there by now, start blowing stuff up.
Yeah. If I wanted to walk from Canada down to Texas, it's like,
oh yeah, you're.
What's the guy in the dragon doing? Circles for like 4 years.
He'll take one flap, and all of a sudden he's a mile ahead of the army. He's like, "Oh, we gotta turn around now."
Wait for slow asses.
Yep. So no, that's my theory. I think I don't think everyone would expect it either. I think that's one, because we've seen the trailers, and all we see is everyone preparing for the army, and then we see those 2 dead horse legs pop up on screen.
Right.
They don't show anything else. So I think that might be a surprise attack because that's what the show is all about. It's all about that wow factor of, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. Like, and I think that's my opinion and my thinking of what might happen.
I think it's smart if he goes not just straight to Winterfell. I mean, there's other castles and other things that he should just blanket everything as he's coming, just sort of sweep down and just collect more dead.
Yeah.
And just be done with it, because you figure if one white kills 2 people, and those 2 people kill the one white, they still doubled the numbers. Mm-hmm. So I don't see how the whites can lose, unless there's something that's going to happen really, really big with like the dragons and the fire, and they really get. Otherwise, if they go hand to hand combat, I mean,
they're done.
Yeah, they're done because anybody that dies becomes a white, so you're just doubling numbers. So with all those deaths, as far as who they kill, they go automatically to a white, and now it's like, oh shit! I was just battling Jerry, now he's dead. Now, or I was battling this beside Jerry, now he's dead. Now I'm battling Jerry.
Well, either the dragon's gonna have to burn them all, or they're gonna have to kill them and then burn them with dragon fire, which is like, oh, hurry up, burn this guy! I just killed him.
Yeah,
he's gonna be resurrected within like that.
Right, but the dragon glass blows them up. They explode. Don't
they? I think that's the one thing that they're really trying to go for is that dragon glass will, I think, automatically kill them.
Right.
So I think that's one way of doing it.
Valyrian steel automatically kills them too.
Yeah.
They just blow up a little bit and disintegrate.
But maybe the Night King can resurrect them again. I don't know.
I don't think at that point when they blow up and they go into like a dust, they can't be resurrected after that.
Well, remember last season they showed Cersei the dead, the white. When he killed it with the dragon glass, it just and then went down. It didn't turn into dust.
Oh, it didn't?
I don't think so.
I gotta go back and look at that.
We gotta go back and look at that.
I gotta go back and look at that.
But
so maybe it was the White Walkers that actually, with the Valyrian steel, because Jon Snow cut them right in half kind of thing, and they just sort of disintegrated. They didn't fall down.
Maybe.
So maybe it was, maybe the whites died different. I don't
know. I think another thing on my theory before about the Night King going straight to King's Landing, I think that connects also with Daenerys' vision back in season 3, I believe. She had a vision of King's Landing in the throne room just being all snowed over and just broken down. I think that could be another part, like another clue that the Night King goes straight to King's Landing and destroys King's Landing. And then when they have to backtrack Winterfell, because I think they're not going to win the Battle of Winterfell. They're going to have to escape and run for their lives. Maybe the dragon will hold them off for a little bit, but I think one more dragon will die. I don't think Drogon will die, but the other Rhaegal might die in that battle. But they're going to have to escape.
Let's hope not.
With whoever is left over, because I think episode 3 is the big death episode.
Okay.
Just opinion. Jorah will die. Grey Worm will die. Many others will die. Possibly Brianna Tarth, Podrick. I'm thinking main characters, the big characters.
Brianna can't die.
Brianna Tarth?
Yeah.
Why not?
No.
Whatever. She has served her purpose in the show. She has protected the Stark family.
I think going after Jaime Lannister, she could be useful going after Jaime Lannister because there's a connection, a trust factor there that maybe she can get close to him.
Well, maybe she sacrifices herself for him,
right?
So that he can get away.
Do you think Arya is going to stick around and fight with all those at Winterfell, or do you think she's...
Oh yeah, she's sticking around.
No, see, I think she's gone.
She is.
I think as soon as everything hits, she's going to already be going to King's Landing because she's got her list to take care of. She's going to go and here's my thing. She's the god of many faces. She's nobody but everybody. She's going to get past all those golden freaking morons.
The golden
with Jaime
company.
Lannister's face on him. Go walk right up.
Maybe.
And what's that little weapon that she handed to...
well, that's what I was going to get to.
Gendry.
Gendry is making her a weapon, specialized for her. It's going to be it's going to be a pole with a... I believe they're going to use the Valyrian steel that she has, the dagger, to put it at the end of that stick, but it's going to come apart.
She didn't give him the Valyrian steel, though. I think it was dragon glass.
Is it going to be dragon glass?
She just handed him a piece of paper and walked away.
Well, she might be able to give him the dagger.
Okay.
Because when is she going to use... I understand she can easily take out that dagger and start killing whites.
You got to remember.
But you don't want them that close.
The Mountain, he's dead. What kills dead people?
Fire.
Fire, dragon glass, and Valyrian steel.
Okay. So you think she's going to kill him with that dagger?
If she can get close to him, close enough, and being the face of Jaime gets up close, because who else in the entire kingdom can walk past the mountain? Nobody.
No.
Jaime. She's everybody and nobody.
Yeah.
She can put on the face of Jaime, walk by, and turn right around, get mountain, and then take off that thing, and then confront Cersei.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but remember Qyburn told Bronn to take care of Tyrion and Jaime. If Jaime comes in, Bronn will just shoot him with a bow. But if that's Arya wearing Jaime's face, that means Arya will die too. She'll be dead. Sorry to burst your bubble, but that might happen.
Tyrion and Jaime are in Winterfell.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'm saying because you said
Bronn
Arya
is going to Winterfell to kill them.
No, he's not.
Where's he going to go?
He's waiting for them
to come home.
Yeah, because Cersei thinks that when they're done with the battle up there and they take care of the army of the dead, that they're going to come straight back to King's Landing because there's not going to be a Winterfell. And they can she said that we'll take care of the rest of what's left over after the battle.
Yeah, see, while they're battling, I think Arya is going to go in there and do that.
I don't think so, but...
While they think everything's going on here, what are you doing back, Jaime? Boom, kill him, and then, I ain't Jaime, bitch. You're the last on the list, bitch.
Yeah.
She takes out her little needle, and she got, done.
Yeah.
So I think she's going to get her last 2 people on her list, and I think the Hound is not going to be her target anymore.
Okay.
And I think because the Hound is just going to help the Starks, and her relationship that she has with the Hound, there's no way she's going to put him back on the list.
And then last topic that I have is more towards Qyburn. Very mysterious guy, but if you remember from episode 1 when he came up and walked up to Cersei and said the Night King and his army has broken through the wall. My topic is, how does he know that? Who did he hear from that said that the Night King and his army broke through the wall? Who in the hell is telling Qyburn that? The Night's Watch isn't going to tell him. That's my...
See, he's got his little birds, but the little
birds are
in
in King's Landing. So who in the hell is telling him? Does he have some special connection with the Night King, or maybe even the Children of the Forest are still alive and are telling him? Maybe, I don't know. But it just kills me that Qyburn knows all these little things. I know he has his little birds to tell him that there's wildfire underneath the city, but how does he know that the Night King of all things, has made it through the wall when they're not even near the wall? How does Qyburn know all that? He is a mysterious man that and to be honest, I think he's the one who will be on the throne of anyone.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He is the hand of the queen.
I understand that.
He controls the mountain. Not Cersei. Qyburn controls the mountain. He is the one who resurrected him.
I understand that.
He is the one that told Cersei he will do anything you want to say. But in the back of his mind is, I can control him to do whatever I want. So if I want him to kill Cersei,
you ever
he
seen
will
Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Who did Frankenstein kill? Killed Dr. Frankenstein. The guy that created him.
Yeah, the guy that created him.
Yeah, that's the whole Dr. Frankenstein thing. Qyburn he better not be sitting pretty and thinking he's so safe with that freaking mountain there.
Qyburn came from such travesty. He's the one who survived Harrenhal.
Yep. The only person.
Yeah, the only person to survive Harrenhal. And he's been making his way...
Like Hitler, they should have killed him when they had a chance.
Yeah, but he's been making his way up the ladder ever since.
Right.
I'm pretty sure his intentions would be to rule Westeros. Why wouldn't he? He can do anything he wants. He made a weapon to take down dragons. Shut up.
I understand that might be his philosophy, and his wants and needs, but it's not going to happen. I don't think that. No way. Because who's he going to have back him? Well, he's not of royalty. He's just a freaking...
Exactly.
So, no.
But that's going to break the wheel.
Break the wheel. There ain't no wheel.
If you have any thoughts or comments about Qyburn and where he's getting his information, I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are.
There is a story out there that I know... it's not even on the tip of my tongue. I know there's somehow... I heard this, that he is getting it from somewhere. I can't remember where it was, though. But yes, please put it in the comments. And I think we're down to the end there, huh?
Yeah, that's it about our discussions, and we recapped everything. Do you have any closing thoughts on anything about the next episode at all?
We're going to be watching. I'm going to pay a little bit more attention so I can learn these people's names. And by the end of, but before season 9 starts, I'll have all the names memorized. All right, thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.
If you liked what we did, we'll see it in how many people actually watch it and whatever. So otherwise, we're going to do it on next Tuesday, whether they like it or not.
Yeah,
Just
next
for our
Tuesday.
fun, because this was fun. I like it.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday for the next couple 5 or 6 years, I guess.
Yeah. Every episode of Game of Thrones. Hopefully by then you know every name.
Yeah. How is it going to go like season 15 or something or what?
This isn't Walking Dead.
You're not. They got whites. They're dead. It's the same thing.
That's a stupid show.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Zombies.
Game of Thrones is so much
They're
better.
both zombies.
Game of Thrones is so much better.
One's current day and one is like in 1500 BC.
Game of Thrones is about the story. Walking Dead is about the money.
What money?
The money they're making off the show because people are stupid for watching it.
I watch that.
Yeah, you're stupid. You're oblivious.
Thanks for watching.
See ya.